Okay, I agree, because I think there is a difference. Concealment is the law of the secret, of the principle of not being able to, of the higher, not being able to extend fully itself, the full power of light. So it needs to conceal. Now, to conceal itself in order to allow a space of choice. Okay. Now, we start to use the same nature of concealment in work, but usually when we speak about the will to receive to oneself, we hide, we don't conceal. Therefore, the intention is to a certain extent transparent.
Yes.
Yeah, it's transparent by the tone, it's transparent by the act, it's transparent, so it reveals that you cannot truly hide.
No.
But in the will to receive, you hide your agenda. But when you enter the work, you desperately try to conceal, meaning ask for help of the higher to conceal the way you use reception, receiving to oneself, in order to actually create a space for the higher to reveal itself. So I'm taking upon myself concealment, the principle of not using the will to receive to oneself. I cannot do it by myself. So I'm asking the help of the higher not to conceal himself, but to help me to conceal the nature of the use of myself. So then concealment is coming into the picture. But before that is hiding.
Right. So, for example, just to go to the Parsha this week, Korach, and Moses sees right away that Korach, what he's up to.
Yeah.
And when he tells everybody to get their own fire pans, he knows precisely
Yeah.
nothing is concealed from him.
No, nothing is concealed, but Korach is speaking, this is what I'm saying, it's a very powerful and delicate and brave lesson. Because what Korach is saying is true.
Yes.
It's true in terms of where we are going to. It's true that there was a promise of sacredness or holiness for everyone, meaning there is a promise of equality. But no one said that in order to achieve equality, it can skip hierarchy or function. Okay. So he's saying actually is sometimes this is what we do. Inside the work, we use the argument of the work against the work. So, for example, this is a group that actually, sort of wrote on its and on its banner, and it's the script on its banner is bestowal. Look how they behave to each other. I don't want to be in that. So it's actually asking for the result before anyone actually made the effort to get there. So this is exactly what Korach is doing. Is sort of saying, well, the ideal is like this. So if we are not implementing the ideal now, it means that there is nepotism and there's no justice.
So the example of the sulam, that in a sense, we have to climb that ladder, each step to get to.
Yeah, it's not only the ladder of attainment, which is true, but the whole, let's say, the whole structure of spirituality has to do with within the body of spirits, within the study itself, within a group, there are different functions. Okay. And within a body, there is sort of the head and the body. We don't know as a spirit, reformed spirit, there's no actual difference between head, body, and legs. But on the way, we see the first, and you can say that the first occurrence or the first phenomena that we see, that we are able to perceive when we speak about creation is the structure of head, body, and end, or let's say legs. Okay, this is the first face that we get, which is the face of Golgotha, has in it head, body, meaning the inner part, and the end, which means the leg. So it's already structured hierarchy in sort of, and it actually is print hierarchy within the system. Okay, and it means that some things will go first, will offer themselves to reform first, and some parts will reform last, and there will be an activation of within time, and there will be different importances within reformation of, for example, there will be a different importance to Bina than to wisdom. Okay, so we need to see that we cannot actually claim the ideal when we are actually reforming. We can look at the ideal and we can draw from it, but we cannot say this is the reality now, and I demand that everything will activate according to that, or will form itself, or will act upon that. So it happens to us a lot within work. This is why Korach is so important. Why he is called Korach? In Hebrew, Korach is bald.
Bold?
Yeah, has no hair. No hair suggests that he has no judgments. That he's clean and clear from all sort of constrictions. There's no constrictions upon, and this is the ideal, the idea of the end of Reformation. So his name is actually suggests, that this is actually sort of searching a state which he actually did not attain yet, did not earn. Okay. So this aspect we need to look at. But I think it is in this article what is being suggested to us to sort of explore is our idea of peace. How far away it is from what it actually is. Okay.